Hello, welcome to the Trial Line Podcast. I'm your host, Bo. This is my co-host, the People's host, Danny. How you going, mate?
Yeah, no, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm excellent. The Ashes start next week, so I can't wait for that. I think it starts on Wednesday, so I'm really excited for that. Other than that, we've had some A-League. I enjoy the Premier League, but we're all talking about footy, and I miss it.
Yeah, mate, me too. We saw some old games at the pub yesterday. The grand final, the 2001 grand final.
Yeah, that's a good game.
We saw a Cowboys versus Broncos game where the Broncos won by 1 point. Anthony Milford kicked that field goal.
Yeah.
And I feel there's one more.
There was the test. We watched the Australian
right.
and New Zealand test, 2007 or something.
Yeah.
That team, man. Run through that back line just quickly.
All right, so you had Brett Stewart at fullback. On the wings, Israel Folau and Jared Ain. The centres were Greg Inglis and Mark Gasnier. You had Greg Bird at the 6, but he played all right.
Yeah.
And Cooper Cronk at 7.
Jesus. And then in the front row, Petro and Steve Price.
Yeah.
I think you had Dallas Johnson at lock.
Nathan Ironmarsh and Ryan Hoffman as the back rows.
Jesus. It was a crazy side. They ended up beating New Zealand 58-0 or something.
Yeah.
Matt I got sent off. So, yeah, that was crazy. That kind of gave me my little footy fix. But other than that, I've been lonely. I've been down, but I've been thinking about 2022.
Yep.
And we've decided today, we've come up with a list of things we want to see out of each club in 2022. Just one thing. We're going to start from the bottom of the ladder, work our way up. So we'll go to the Bulldogs. What do you want to see out of the Bulldogs next year?
Alrighty, so this player came in as kind of like they tried to make it seem like he was going to fix that whole club up. He had success at the Roosters. Obviously, the Roosters, they had a great team. But we want Cole Flanagan to play a little bit more time.
Yep.
Yeah, so get a little bit more playing time, sorry. I think he's a great half. He can control your team. I think he's got a good kicking game. And I think you just got to give him more playing time.
I think he just needs to be on the field.
Yeah.
So I want to see him just pick and stick Kyle Flanagan and just try and build that partnership with him and Burton. So I go, the official thing we want to see is Kyle Flanagan plus 20 games. If he's fit, I want to see him there for at least 20 games this season.
Yep, we like that.
Let's go to the Cowboys. Jesus. What do you want to see out of the Cowboys?
Alrighty, so the Cowboys. So what we wanted from the Cowboys, we wanted it was like a kind of, not really a lockdown defender, but an impact defender, someone that's in the middle, someone that can, kind of win the ruck, or will help you win the ruck anyway. That's what we think that the Cowboys have been lacking the last couple of years.
That's what I think we've been lacking. Probably 2017 was a little bit of an outlier. I didn't think we played too well most of the season, and then we end up charging into the top 8 and obviously made the grand final.
Yeah.
And then 2018 was terrible. Thurston was still there in 2018. We were really poor. 2019, 2020, and 2021.
Yeah.
Into 2022, I want to just see us win the middle. And I think to win the middle, we need a defender that's going to just be able to hit and be dominant in the middle. So I would like to see us develop that and just try and win the middle. Because if we win the middle, we've got some quality around us. We obviously got Chad Townsend, so there's points in bunches there. Anyway, win the middle is the official thing for the Cowboys next year. Let's go to the Broncos.
Alrighty, so the Broncos, they've had a great forward pack for a number of years now, for maybe 3 years, I think.
Yep.
Payne Haas has obviously been great for them over that period of time, but we want the other young gun forwards to step up and kind of live up to their expectations.
Yeah, even their potential.
Yeah, their potential. That's right. Yeah.
I think Payne Haas has been outstanding. Obviously, I think he's the best forward in the game right now. But they just I picked them to make the top 4 the year they won the Spoon. That's how high I was on them that year. Yeah. And that was obviously a terrible year. Last year, they had a couple of injuries, but another low year. They got Adam Reynolds coming in. They got Kurt Capewell there now. Payne Haas is obviously quality. Pat Carrigan's back, and hopefully he's healthy. So the Broncos to live up to their potential in 2022, I think they need to make the 8.
I don't think they will.
I think it's the season's a write-off if they don't make the 8.
I definitely don't think they'll finish as low as they did the last 2 years, but I think they won't be making the 8.
Too many quality sides, I think.
Yeah.
On to the Tigers, the poor Tigers. What's going on?
All right, so with the Tigers, what we want to see from the Tigers is a little bit of consistency, because they'd be great one week, and then the next week they get flogged by 50, 60 points. So a little bit of consistency there. And
I want to see consistency in their squad too.
Yeah.
I just want to see Madge. He's got 4 months to work out the team that he wants to put out there, and I want to see a majority of that team play every week.
Yeah.
Like, you just got to give them a chance. I still don't know what they're going to do with their halves, because Adam Dewey was their best player last year, and they've brought in Jackson Hastings to partner Luke Brooks, I think.
Oh, mate, I don't know. Dewey in the 6th place.
I don't know. It's a little bit of a puzzle. Hopefully they work it out, but I don't see a lot of upside for the Tigers next year. I think them and the Cowboys are going to have a poor old season, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I floated the idea of Dewey to fullback, but Bo thinks he's too slow.
Doesn't have enough speed for fullback, I don't think. Then I floated the idea of Brooks to hooker, and we both hated that as soon as it come out of your mouth.
Yeah, no.
Anyway, hopefully they work it out. Jackson Hastings, I really like him, so I think that's a good little pick-up for them.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Warriors.
So the Warriors, what we want to see from the Warriors, we just want to see them play in New Zealand. So they haven't played in New Zealand in, 2 years?
Yeah. I can't remember. They lost their last game there too. I think they played South and lost. It's a long time ago.
Was it the start of last year before the lockdown?
No, they did. They played the whole season out here. It was the year before that.
No, there was the first 2 rounds of the season.
Yeah, I think they were out here. Let me have a look.
All right. Well, anyway, we just want to see them play at home. It's been a long time anyway since they've played at home, so we want to see them play there, maybe win there.
I reckon they'll win their first game back there. I'll almost think it doesn't matter who they play. I think they'll win.
Melbourne or Panthers? You think they beat Melbourne?
Yeah. So they played at Gosford round 1 last year, obviously.
Yeah.
The year before that, they didn't play in New Zealand at all.
Yeah.
Played at McDonald Jones and then Seabus.
Okay.
And then in 2019, I'm pretty sure the last game they played there was against South, which was a loss. They haven't played there since the 30th of August, 2019.
19, Jesus.
So a long time.
A long time ago. It'll be nearly 3 years.
So that's what we want to see out of the Warriors, them just play at home.
Yeah.
I think that'd be good for them.
Yep.
Now I lost where I was. Where are we going? Dragons.
So what we want to see from the Dragons, they've got a lot of young guns in their side. Amon, Sloan, Sullivan. So round 1, we want to see them all in the starting spine. So obviously, Sullivan at 9, Amon at 6, Sloan at 1.
Ben Hunt at 7.
Yes, Ben Hunt at 7.
And then maybe the 2 Fagai brothers as well.
Yeah.
I just want to see them go young. They got a lot of young talent there. And I think we saw late last year they've got some talent. So
yeah.
I want to see them all inside come round 1 and Ben Hunt leading that team around.
Yeah.
Because I think he played really good footy last year. I think Ben Hunt did.
He did.
So hopefully we could see something from the Dragons. I still don't think they're a top 8 side, but I think they're trending in a better direction than what they were.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Sure.
Let's go Raiders.
What we want to see from the Raiders, Jack Watson. So he was kicking the ball out on the full quite a few times last year, or the last couple of years actually.
Pretty much since he's gone to 6.
Yeah, so what we want from him is we want to see improvements in his long range kicking game anyway.
I want to see him just kick less than 10 times next year out on the full.
Yes, overs or unders 10. I think it's over.
It's over. He kicks out on the full at least once a week. He's absolutely special for it. Just improve his long kicking game. And Canberra get back to where they were. They had a really poor season last year.
They did.
I thought they were, especially early, they were terrible. So hopefully they can rediscover what got them to the grand final just a couple of years ago. Yeah. And probably should have won that grand final. So hopefully they can find something. Call. Yeah, low.
Yeah.
Worst thing about that, it was the right call. He just don't change your mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sharkies.
So what we want to see from the Sharkies, Dale Finucane obviously is coming in. So we want to see him at front row, Cam McInnes at lock, and obviously Nico Hines at 6. So with Dale Finucane and Cam McInnes, we thought Cam McInnes is 100% the lock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think defensively they're going to be so solid in the middle if they go that direction.
Yeah, mate, they're going to be good. Cam McInnes, I think he's probably one of the best defenders in the comp.
Yeah.
When he's healthy, obviously.
And Dale Finucane's no slouch in there.
No, he's not.
And they got a couple of young forwards as well. They got Toby Rudolph. I like him. What is
Talakai?
it? Yes, Saviga Talakai, or whatever his name is. So they got some good players there. Yeah, I think the Sharkies are on the way up too.
Yeah, they got Wade Graham too. Don't forget about Wade Graham. He's good. He's a gun.
What do you think of their halves?
So Nico Hines
And
at
probably-
6 and Braden Trindle
Yeah.
at 7.
You remember Matt Boylan's in there somewhere?
Oh, Matt Moylan. I just don't think he's what he once was. So I think they'll go with Nico Hines and Trindle. I thought Trindle had a pretty good back end of the year. I hope Nico Hines can find similar form to when he was in Melbourne.
I think if he scores over 8 tries in the year, I think they have a good season.
Yeah.
Like, he's got to run the ball.
Yeah, he's got to.
He's just got to run the ball. Anyway, Matty Cavallo, great pickup for them as well. Let's go to the Titans.
The Titans. So we want Dave Fafita. We want to see Dave Fafita take some more runs. Get
Just
involved.
run the ball.
Yeah, get involved. You see him sitting out on the wing
Yeah.
half the game. So David, if you're listening, mate, get him to have some more runs, man. You're the best at like attacking edge, like forward in the game.
Yeah.
Just run the ball, mate.
Just run the ball. Go looking for the ball. And they got to find him too.
Yeah.
They got to get him in the game. So I just want to see him get the ball, get his hands on it, score some tries. Let's go to the Knights.
Knights. So we want all the Knights to stay healthy this year. The last couple of years have been played with a lot of injuries, but most importantly, we want Bradman Best and Kalen Ponga both to play 20 plus games.
Yeah, 20, especially Kalen.
Yeah,
I don't know if Kalen's played 20 games in a season.
maybe not since a rookie season.
I'm gonna have a look at that too.
I reckon. Yeah, I reckon his rookie season he probably played 20. Surely.
I'm gonna have a look, but I'd love to see him just get some game time. You know what I mean? Like, he's so good.
Yeah,
He has played not more than 20 ever.
he's played 20.
He's
once.
played 20 twice.
Twice.
Still played 15 games last year, but he's not played over 20 games in a year in his whole career.
Well, there you go. So for the first time ever, we want Kalen Ponga to play 20 plus games.
Yep. Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, mate, I'm with you.
And Bradman Best to be on the field as well. That would help.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, on to the next, which I think would be the Eels.
All right, so we were having a bit of difficulty thinking about what we want to see from the Eels, but we came up with
Well, you wanted the board sacked.
yeah, I do want the board sacked because whoever's running that show, they need to leave.
That's another story, though. That's
Yeah.
a story for another day.
Yeah, so
Danny wants the board cleaned out.
Go
He wants
on.
them all out of there.
yeah. So what we want is we want Parramatta to win the games that they're supposed to, and make those like because when they first like last year they beat Melbourne twice in
Yeah.
the same year, and they showed that they were like, one of the best teams in the comp.
Yep.
And then like they come out against the Bulldogs and they what is it like 16-0 they start losing to the Bulldogs. They came back and won that, but it should never be 16-0.
Yeah. And I think they end up getting beat by the Cowboys as well at some point last year. So
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, so you can't be doing that. They just need to win the games that they're meant to win against those lower sides. They're a better side than that.
yeah, for sure.
At least for next year, and then going forward, you don't know because Reid Marnie, that's a huge loss.
Yeah.
Anyway, win the games they're meant to win. Let's go to the Roosters. Big ups for the Roosters. I'm really excited for them next year.
Yeah. So what we want to see from one player in particular is Sam Walker, and we need him to gain some weight.
I think I'm going to start calling him Cheeseburger Walker. Anytime, when in doubt, you should just have a cheeseburger.
When he what? Sorry.
When in doubt, just have a cheeseburger. Dirty bulk. I want to see him put on 10 kilos coming in next year.
10 kilos.
10 kg.
I mean, that wouldn't be too hard. He's what 18, 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that should
I reckon
be
he
easy.
sits on about 80. I'd love to see him walking on 90 kilo.
I don't think he'll be 90. Because you think about.
What do you reckon he sits on right now?
I think he'd be lower than 80. He'd be like 78.
All right. 78. I want 88.
Because
He's exactly 78.
Well, there you
That's
go.
a good guess.
Yeah, because I remember I was having a look at Michael Morgan a few years ago, and I think his playing weight was like 87.
Wiki's trying to tell me he's 6 foot.
Sam Walker.
Yeah,
There's no way he's 6 foot. Is he 6 foot?
183 centimeters, 6 foot.
There's no way. Sam Walker's probably just got in there.
Sam Walker's not 6 foot, and he's not 78 kilos. He's bodged this up. Sam Walker has bodged his wiki page up for sure.
What do you reckon he weighs?
Well, no, I'm only saying he's pumped it up because there's no way he's 6 foot tall.
He's 5'9" max.
5'9's a stretch. Okay.
What
well,
are you? Are you 5'9"?
Yeah, I'm 5'9. I'm
So
5'8 actually.
But you think he's smaller than you?
No, I think he's a little bit taller than me, but he's not 6 foot.
He's not 6. There's no way. He'd be
No.
taller than me then. I'm only 5'11". I'm 180.
Hey, anyway, sidetracked. Sam Walker is not 6 foot. That's the whole episode. That's the title.
Yeah,
Sam Walker's
see?
not 6 foot.
That is actually the title.
Yeah, that's going to be the title. Anyway, that blew me mind. Sam Walker to put on some weight and then he won't get he won't get hurt as much.
Yeah.
And it will be good for him. I think
Put a
he's
little
not
bit
6
more-
foot. I tell you
put a
right
little
now,
more meat in the bone.
he's not 6 foot. Anyway,
Manly. So what we decided for Manly is we need someone to step up and give Tommy Turbo some help.
Yeah, for
when
sure.
when they verse like those poorer teams, Turbo just carved them up. But when they versed like a Melbourne Panthers, they kind of had a game plan to shut Turbo down.
Yep.
Then Manly didn't really have anything.
You saw it especially when they played Melbourne that first week of the semis.
Oh,
Turbo
yeah.
got the ball. I'm pretty sure first set he got the ball, and they come from everywhere. 4
Yeah.
players just come, just to let him know that it's gonna be a hard night. You might beat us.
Yeah.
He might beat us, and he might play better, but we're gonna make it hard for him.
Yeah.
And I think most teams are gonna do that. Definitely the good sides are gonna do that next year. So they just need to find an option.
Yeah.
Turbo's still gonna have good games. You can't stop him. He's
Yeah.
still gonna have good games. They just need to find another option for them. Because a lot of Manly players say they're not a one-man team. Well, Jesus. The stats would say otherwise. Let's go to the Rabbits.
All right. So from the Rabbits, what we want to see from them, well, 2 players, Cody Walker and Latrell Mitchell. Just cool it.
Settle.
Yeah, settle down.
Woosahs.
Yeah, stop getting suspended. Like Latrell especially, man. Like how many?
I know.
He got suspended twice last year. Missed 10 games or something.
And that's not good because he's on good money. He's on good money, and if he's missing 10 games, that's their salary cap sit on the sideline. You know what I mean? Everyone thought it would cost him the season last year when he got suspended.
Yeah.
They end up going to the grand final.
Well, in the grand final, you never know if they have
never
Latrell. It changes. A lot
He's
of
a big
things.
game player. Never lost a grand final.
Has he only been in 2?
Yeah, 1-2.
Well, there you
And you could say he won the game for him against the Raiders with that flick pass to put him away.
That's right.
Goes to short side and throws that flick pass. So I love Latrell. I just think they need to just settle a little bit. Just woosahs. Cody Walker was outstanding last year. I think he had a great game in the grand final. But you could see if he does something wrong, it's like almost the game's over for him.
Yeah.
You know? Other than that, calm down. I think they'll have another good year. Adam Reynolds will be a big loss, but I still think they'll make the semis comfortably.
Yeah.
Let's go to the Panthers.
So the Panthers. Oh, well, yeah, that's right. I was going to say, what do we think of the Panthers? So what we think for the Panthers this year, or next season, sorry, it's either top 4 or it's a failure.
Prelim or a failure. I think
at least.
they need to back up what they did. They had a very good year in 2020, and they had a shocking grand final, especially the first half of that grand final. And then last year, they had a good year, kind of limped into the finals, and then just found some defense and ended up winning pretty much that whole final series on defense.
Yeah.
I just want to see them back it up. They're losing some players. They're losing 7 players from their grand final squad over the next 2 years.
Yeah.
I still think they've got a window to win another comp or 2 in the next couple of years. So I just want to see them back it up next year. Nathan Cleary to have a big year and stay fit. He's an absolute gun.
Yeah.
Jerome Luai, I thought was poor. Probably the last 5 weeks of the season last year. Big season though. He played Origin. Big long season for him. But I think he was poor in the last 5 weeks. So I would like to see him bounce back to form.
Yeah.
And just keep that Blues jersey.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm going to go one step further. I think top 2.
Top 2.
I think it's top 2 on
It's a write-off.
Yeah.
All right. Storm.
So what we want to see from the Storm, they've got 2 new outside backs coming in this year. 2 promising young outside backs in Xavier Coates and Nick Meaney. So what we want to see from them, both great years, but Xavier Coates, 20 plus tries.
20 plus tries, and he cements that Queensland Origin jersey, I think.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that out of him. I reckon they'll have a great year.
He never should have lost that jumper.
Yeah, well, he lost it, and then they replaced him with 2 people that weren't eligible, and then he got it back.
It was
They got
Mulatalo.
And they got Reece Walsh, who pulled out injured, and then they brought in Mulatalo, who was then deemed uneligible, and then he got his jersey back.
Yeah.
And I thought he played all right, considering he only played on, 2 training sessions or 1 training session.
Yeah.
I think he was pretty good. Anyway, that's what we want to see from all the teams. We're going to do a full ladder prediction, full season prediction. Obviously, next year, we don't want to blow our load too early on that. You never want to blow your load early.
I want to. I love blowing my load early.
That's the only time you blow your load. Anyway, we'll be back next week. Don't forget, if you want to hear anything on the podcast, just message us. We did put out an Instagram poll. We will be replying to every single question that got sent on that. And enjoy your day. Thanks, guys.